Cage Minds, Micah Frankel at the PAL just before sparring, where we find BKFC Prospect Series competitor Brittany Horton. Ma'am, how's it going? It's been a while.
Oh, it's been quite a while, yeah. Coming off quite a layoff. It's been about 5 years, a little over, since I've fought, so time to get back in there and knock the rust off.
5 years. I heard that there's been a couple fights proposed, signed for, that didn't come to fruition. So 5 years, what still drives you to want to compete, to be a part of the fight game?
Well, I'm always in the gym. I'm always training, even if I'm not on fight camp or whatever. I stay training regularly, but I'm usually busy, because I do own the gym. I manage other fighters and stuff, so a lot of my focus is just on Derek or my other fighters, my team. So I don't take a lot of time to focus on myself when it's fight camp. You got to focus on you. You got to do what you got to do and get your training in properly, so I decided to take a little time for myself this time.
We got to a point where you're like, I'm in here all the time, I'm working, I might as well try out some of these skills?
Yeah, and definitely want to try something different. I've done boxing, I've done MMA, I'm in there. I've watched Derek do the bare knuckle a few times and been very intrigued, so I kind of want to give it a shot and see how I do.
You've been very close, like you said, cornering Derek, being backstage, being a part of the process for his fights. So were you intrigued with bare knuckle when he was, or is it something that's kind of growing on you by seeing it?
It kind of grew on me a little more. At first I wasn't really sure. They're like, oh, they're just taking the gloves off. And I'm like, oh, that sounds kind of crazy. And then Derek also did the bare knuckle MMA, and that was kind of different. But I think the bare knuckle boxing is definitely where it's at for the bare knuckle itself.
2 times you were, well, once the only and then one of 2 females to show up to the tryouts. Why do you think that there's not more female competitors showing up?
I was honestly really surprised that it was that empty when I got to tryouts. I expected a solid group of girls there, and I got there and there really wasn't no one there. I don't know if maybe it's just the bare knuckle concept, as females, getting hit, you look rough after. But I'm not really sure why it's not as popular as I thought. I really thought there was going to be more girls there.
And now that it's going to happen, you and Karla Alvarez, basically the match was made at the tryouts, the only 2 females that we had at the tryouts. So what did you think right away, basically knowing who you were going to be facing?
I think it's a really good matchup. I think, it's a good fair matchup level-wise, both of us. I think we both kind of like striking, so it being bare-knuckle boxing, I think it makes for an exciting fight.
This kind of fight, you've done boxing, done MMA. Will this feel different, you think?
I think so. I think bare knuckles, it's a whole other sport. It's a lot different than straight boxing. Of course, the rules are the same other than the gloves, but I think it's just different tactics and a lot more about how much heart you have and how much you're willing to take, because getting hit with the bare knuckle is definitely different than a glove.
Prospect Series, the opportunity to earn a contract. How motivating is that? 5 years on the sidelines, a couple fights falling out. Now you have this opportunity to really kickstart your career.
I'm pretty excited for it. I definitely want to focus just one fight at a time, see how it goes, how I like it, but I'm really excited. It's a great opportunity.
And what do you feel like is going to be the most recognizable difference about you as a fighter, because it's been 5 years?
Just my progress. I've came a long way, especially from where I started. I've put a lot of time in the gym. I've worked on a lot of little things, and I got a lot of good partners working with me. I got Amanda here today helping me spar and get ready, so I definitely appreciate all the help as well.
Come January 27th, what do you think is going to be the deciding factor on who gets their hand raised?
That I'm not sure, but I can guarantee it's going to be an exciting fight. I think both of us are going to bring it, and we're going to have the crowd on their feet for our fight.